I'm not happy right now. I know obviously Larson is still in the top 12. Like if the playoffs ended for the round of 16 right now, he'd still advance and stuff. And I know he's probably not going to get eliminated in this first round unless he like DNFs for the next two races. But just the amount of people that while Larson was dominating, again, it was just, you know, I don't want to see Larson in victory lane just because he's won too much. If Hamlin was the one winning right now, you wouldn't be mad like that, though. It's just because it's Kyle Larson. If his name was anybody, really anybody other than Kyle Larson, maybe if it was Joey Logano also, but if his name was anybody other than Kyle Larson, people would be fine with it and they would be appreciating the season that he's having. But people are just jealous or mad that he's still racing in NASCAR. And if at the end there, if the roles were reversed and it was Hamlin who was just trying to push everything out of that car that he had, and it was Larson who just at the end stayed in front, people would be saying it's not a real win because they'd be saying Larson didn't have the faster car, he didn't have the better car, he was just staying in front of him and keeping him from passing. And then people would say that it wasn't an earned win by Larson, but it was Larson who was trying to get past him, and Denny just wouldn't get out of the way, which is obviously what you're supposed to do in that situation. I'm not saying that's what you don't do, but if the roles were reversed, there would be a lot more outrage amongst NASCAR fans. And it's just kind of stupid that there's that much outrage about it, or there would be that much outrage about it. And it's just difficult to see this kind of transpire where people are just like, I don't want Larson to win just because he's won too much. And I'm sure there are going to be people saying, I don't want Larson to win the championship because he's won too much already, even though winning the amount of races, he could win every single race during the regular season. And it means absolutely nothing if he doesn't win the championship. That's the way I look at it, and that's probably the way he looks at it. But all those wins and stuff mean nothing if you don't bring home the championship. Regular season championship doesn't mean anything. The points you have don't mean anything. Playoff or regular season, all that matters is that you bring home the championship. And based off that ending, you'll see we just saw where Larson just pushed the car to the absolute limits to try and pass Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson will do whatever it takes to win a championship. And I'm surprised that does not bring more respect from NASCAR fans. You'd think just his grittiness, his tenacity, and his willingness to do whatever it takes to win would be more appreciated, but it doesn't seem to be. He's given constant disrespect because people are still hung up about what he did in 2020. I mean that's like why else do people hate Kyle Larson? Because if it's purely because he wins too much, when he won 5 races, where it's not like he got like double digit wins or anything. If it's purely because you can't take one driver winning 5 races and being good at driving, then you need to question why you're watching NASCAR. If you're just mad purely because of that, then that's kind of stupid. If you don't have at least a reason to go along with that, then that's stupid. Because it's not like he's won multiple championships in a row or anything. It's not like he's not even really had a reign of dominance. And if you call his regular season a reign of dominance, it's been a reign of dominance that's lasted for about 2 months, 3 months. If you can't take 3 months of a driver being good, then I don't know how you've survived as a NASCAR fan, really. Because there have been other drivers who have been more dominant for a longer amount of time. It's just stupid. And I've seen this happen with too many athletes where they give it their all. And that's kind of why I guess that you could say I'm overreacting that he didn't clinch his way into the next round, because I've seen this story play out before. Uh, the 2009 Colts, we lost in the Super Bowl. Reggie Miller's whole career with the Pacers, gave it everything he had and never got a ring. Andrew Luck's career with the Colts, gave it everything he had, never got a ring. Miguel Cabrera with the Tigers, gave it everything he had. He did get a ring with the Mariners, but he never got one with the Tigers. I mean, he's playing for 2 more seasons and then he's retiring, but it's unlikely he wins a championship in 2 more years. Just, I've seen this play out too many times to where it's almost like I can see it coming from a mile away at this point, where I know eventually something bad is going to happen, and that's it. I've seen it happen before. So that's why I'm kind of overreacting to this, because I've seen this before. I've seen this story been told for years. And I've either had to watch it unfold, or I get told stories about how it unfolded. And it's always just pain. Nothing else. So, let's go next week. I'm ready to get my heart broken again by another sports franchise. Let's go. I'm in. I already know the rest of this playoffs is going to be difficult to watch, probably. There's going to be more races like this. It's just going to have to be as long as we advance to the next round. But, it doesn't matter if we make it to the Final Four if we don't win the championship. It doesn't matter if we make it to the round of 8 if we don't win the championship. It doesn't matter if we make it to the round of 12 if we don't win the championship. The regular season doesn't matter unless we win the championship. That's all there is to it. That's how it is in every single sport. It doesn't matter unless you win the championship. That's how it is. That's how it always will be. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, Kyle Larson wins a championship. And if he does, I'm willing to take every ounce of hate that he gets, and every ounce of hate that I'm going to get for being a Larson fan. Because when he wins the championship, people are going to be mad. Just because of the story and the media hype and stuff of how, you go from one season being banned by NASCAR for a stupid decision that you made to the next season winning a championship. You already know there's probably going to be a documentary made 20 years from now. The media is going to talk about it for a while, and everybody's going to be mad about it. And I'm willing to take all of that. I'm willing to take all of that if I get to experience a championship. I'm even willing for people to somehow explain to me how it's a Mickey Mouse championship and how it's a fake championship somehow. I don't know how people would say that this is that, but I'm willing for people to say that if it means I get to experience a championship. Let's go, Larson. Just be even grittier, be even tougher, be even more tenacious, and do whatever it takes to win. Do it in whatever car they give you, whatever pit crew they give you, whatever crew chief you have, even though you have the best, you're with Hendricks, you have the best equipment, you have a great crew chief, You have one of the best pit crews in NASCAR, and Kyle Larson has a great racing mind and is just, dominate. He dominates really at every level of racing, especially dirt. But, just whatever it takes. It doesn't matter who's standing in our way. Whatever it takes. That's what Kyle Larson is willing to do to win. And we're going to see that the rest of these playoffs. I'll see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and let's go. Let's make some people mad.
SpongeBob, the fuck wrong with you? I'm on that good cushion alcohol. Nigga!